Welcome back to the Yakshini Chronicles, where we last left off with Yug defying his father's orders and opening the forbidden door of the graveyard mansion. In the dimly lit mansion, Dilip, Yug's elder father, confronts him about the unlocked room on the second floor. The room, once a prison for the enchanting Yakshini, now stands open against Dilip's explicit instructions. The tension between father and son is palpable, the silence in the room only broken by Dilip's stern questioning. Yug, however, remains silent, his eyes averted from his father's disapproving gaze. As the confrontation unfolds, we shift to another part of the mansion. Rajni, the wily matriarch, is hatching a plan of her own. She persuades her daughter, Amodita, to perform the Vashikaran ritual on Yug, the target of their plot. The ritual involves brewing a special tea infused with cloves and cardamom and chanting a specific mantra. Amodita, nervous yet resolved, agrees to her mother's plan, despite her apprehensions. The stage is set, the players are in their places, and the game of power and control is about to begin. Will Amodita succeed in enchanting Yug? Can Rajni's plan prevail, or will Yug break free from their manipulative grasp? Stay tuned as the story unravels in the next scene, the Vashikaran ritual. In a dimly lit room, Rajni instructs her daughter, Amodita. The air is thick with anticipation as Rajni carefully details the Vashikaran ritual, a mystical process designed to captivate and control the unsuspecting Yug. Rajni's words are stern, her tone unyielding. She emphasizes the importance of the ritual, her warning gaze fixed firmly on Amodita. Amodita, her heart beating fast, listens attentively to her mother's instructions. She's uncertain, a little scared even, but she nods in understanding. She promises to follow her mother's instructions to the letter. Rajni's words hang heavy in the air. Remember to chant the mantra 108 times, and during this time do not divert your attention. Chant with all your heart. Amodita swallows hard, her voice barely a whisper as she assures her mother, "Yes, mother, I will do as you said." Rajni seems satisfied, but her eyes hold a cautionary glint, a final warning for Amodita to stay focused and dedicated. With a last lingering look, Rajni departs, leaving Amodita alone in the room. The silence is deafening, the tension palpable. Amodita's mind swirls with her mother's instructions, the solemn mantra echoing in her thoughts. Om Namah Kamakya Devi Purush Me Vash Kuru Kuru Swaha. Gathering her resolve, Amodita begins the ritual. She prepares the Vashikaran tea, her hands shaking ever so slightly. The scent of cloves and cardamom fills the air as she touches the spices with her body, placing them carefully into the brewing tea. She begins to chant the mantra, her voice steady despite the trembling of her hands. The ritual is underway, the stakes are high, and the air is electric with tension. Will Amodita succeed in her mission? Will she be able to control Yug through this mystical ritual? Only time will tell. As Rajni exits, Amodita begins to prepare the Vashikaran tea, her hands shaking slightly. The echoes of the mantra fill the room, and the ritual of Vashikaran continues. Outside in the lush garden, Yug faces an unexpected confrontation. Dilip, his elder father, along with Balu Kaka and Sudesh, cluster around him, their faces etched with concern and frustration. The focus of their conversation, the ominous graveyard mansion, and the room where the enigmatic Yakshini was once confined. Dilip, a man of stern countenance and strong beliefs, launches into a series of questions, his eyes boring into Yug. He wants to know about the mysterious second-floor room and why it was opened in the first place. But Yug, ever the calm, collected soul, doesn't falter under the barrage of inquiries. Balu Kaka, a man of wisdom and age, steps in attempting to defuse the situation. He vouches for Yug's innocence, saying that the young man hadn't known about the room or its history. Dilip, however, remains unwavering, pressing Yug to either close the mansion or relocate temporarily. But Yug, the rightful owner of the mansion, stands his ground. He refuses to shut down the house, a place he now calls home. His refusal sparks a heated argument, with Dilip's anger flaring up like a wildfire. Sudesh, a bystander till now, joins the fray, asking pointed questions about the room adorned with amulets. Balu Kaka, ever the peacekeeper, steps in again, defending Yug. The tension is palpable, the air thick with unsaid words and unvoiced fears. But amidst it all, Yug remains unyielding. His eyes, steady and determined, reveal his resolve to explore the truth, to uncover the secrets that the mansion holds within its ancient walls. The confrontation ends, but the tension lingers, a silent reminder of the trials that lie ahead. And yet Yug remains undeterred, his spirit unbroken. His journey to unravel the mysteries of the graveyard mansion and the elusive Yakshini is far from over. Despite the mounting pressure, Yug remains adamant, his eyes showing his determination. Back inside the house, Amodita continues with her task. The air is thick with anticipation as she prepares the Vashikaran tea, a task she's been given by her mother, Rajni. The kitchen is alive with the sounds of brewing tea, the soft bubbling of water serving as background noise to this tense scenario. Amodita's hands shake slightly as she reaches for the spices. She takes a handful of cloves and cardamom, their strong aroma filling the room. Each spice is touched with her body, a crucial part of the ritual, and then carefully placed into the boiling water. The aromatic scent of the spices mingles with the steam, creating a heady atmosphere that seems to underscore the gravity of what she's about to do. As she stirs the tea, Amodita starts to chant the mantra. Her voice is soft, almost a whisper, but it echoes around the kitchen. Om Nama Kamakya Devi Purushme Vash Kuru Kuru Swaha. Each word is pronounced with precision, a testament to her determination to get this right. The mantra fills the room, wrapping around her like a shroud, a constant reminder of the task at hand. Despite the nerves, there's a certain determination in her eyes. She's been thrust into a situation that she doesn't fully understand, but she's resolved to see it through. There's a certain strength in her resolve, a testament to her character. The tea continues to brew, the spices infusing their flavors into the hot water. Each second that passes brings her closer to the moment she's been preparing for. The aroma of the tea is intoxicating, a sensory reminder of the power it's supposed to hold. Once the tea is ready, Amodita pours it into a teapot with care, her hands steady despite the tension. The rich, spiced tea fills the pot, the steam rising from it in a slow dance. With the tea ready, Amodita takes a deep breath, steadying herself for the next step. This is just the beginning. The real challenge lies ahead. But for now, she's done her part. She's prepared the Vashikaran tea, and now all that remains is to deliver it. As Yug enters the house, Amodita prepares to serve him the Vashikaran tea. The air is thick with anticipation and an undercurrent of unease. Amodita, her hands trembling, clutches the teapot tightly. The aroma of cloves and cardamom wafts from the pot, a fragrant reminder of the ritual she has just performed. Her heart races as she hears Yog's footsteps approaching. The sound echoes through the silent house, each footfall a drumbeat amplifying her anxiety. She braces herself, lifts the tray, and turns to face him. The moment her eyes meet Yug's, her resolve shatters. The tray slips from her grasp, the teapot clatters on the floor, and the tea spills, staining the pristine white marble. The broken pieces of the cups are scattered around, a clear reflection of Amodita's own inner turmoil. Rajni's sharp reprimand slices through the shocked silence. Her words, filled with disappointment and frustration, are a stinging rebuke to Amodita. "You foolish girl!" she snaps, her eyes flashing with anger. "Can you do nothing right?" But Janaki, ever the peacemaker, steps in. Her voice, gentle yet firm, attempts to diffuse the situation. "It's just a small mistake, Rajni," she soothes, casting a sympathetic glance at the trembling Amodita. "We all get nervous sometimes." Yet the tension continues to build, becoming almost palpable. Rajni, still fuming, turns to Amodita. "Take Yog to Vandana's room," she instructs. Amodita's eyes widen in fear at the mention of the room. Her hesitation is evident, her fear of Vandana's room clear. Yug, oblivious to the undercurrents, agrees to go. He looks at Amodita, his gaze filled with curiosity. Why is she so nervous? What is it about Vandana's room that terrifies her? The tension is palpable as Amodita struggles to overcome her fear. As Yug waits patiently, Amodita gathers her courage, preparing to lead him to the room that has become a symbol of her fear. Each step she takes towards the room feels like a step into the unknown. Yug and Amodita begin the slow ascent to Vandana's room. The air is thick with tension and unspoken words. Every step they take seems to echo in the sprawling mansion. serving as a grim reminder of the room's ominous past. Amodita's fear is palpable. It clings to her like a second skin. She's never been this close to Vandana's room before, and the thought of it sends chills down her spine. Underneath the veneer of her fear, there's something else stirring within Amodita, something she can't quite put her finger on. It's more than just dread. It's the realization that she's stepping into a realm she's only heard stories about. She's heard tales of Vandana's room, of its haunting beauty and the enigma that surrounds it. But hearing about it and experiencing it are two entirely different things. On the other hand, Yug is a picture of quiet curiosity. He watches Amodita closely, his gaze never wavering. He's intrigued by her fear, by the way her hands tremble ever so slightly, by the way her breaths come in short, uneven gasps. He's heard the stories too, but unlike Amodita, he's not one to be easily swayed by hearsay. He wants to see Vandana's room for himself, wants to unravel the mystery that seems to shroud it. Raini's harsh words ring in Amodita's ears, making her already pounding heartbeat faster. Her mother's scolding is like a persistent thorn, pricking at her conscience, making her doubt herself. But she's come too far to turn back now. She's committed to this, to Yug, and to whatever lies beyond the door of Vandana's room. As they reach the top of the staircase, Amodita pauses. She can feel Yug's inquisitive gaze on her, but she doesn't dare meet his eyes. She's standing on the threshold of Vandana's room, her fear threatening to consume her. She takes a deep breath, her hand hovering over the doorknob. As they reach Vandana's room, Amodita hesitates, her fear clearly visible in her eyes. To be continued.